me, I think back in the 90s, I mean, we had originality and we had respect.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we didn't, like Marky always say, like, you can't take a rhyme that somebody else said.
It was against the rules.
You would get slaughtered for doing some shit like that.
Back when we came up.
You know, you couldn't look like somebody. You know, like everybody was original. Like you couldn't do that.
If he's DJ Jazz, I can't be DJ Faz because it's too close. That was the rules back then.
Yeah, very straight.
And definitely, I couldn't be. If he's DJ Lord Jazz, I couldn't be DJ Lord Jazz.
Yeah, it's like, come on,
like
man.
this. If LL Cool J is an MC, I can't change my name to DJ LL Cool J.
Right. It's different. It's DJ.
It was against the rules.
Right.
Man.
Like for me, that was the main difference between nowadays. They do everything the same. You can't tell if somebody is from the East Coast, West Coast, if they're from the South or Midwest. Everybody's the same. All the slang is the same. Like, it's all the same.
They talking about this Illuminati. It's the hip hop Illuminati.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think that's the main thing, though. It's like everyone was fighting to be different. Everybody was fighting for their own lane when we first came out. Everyone was fighting for to carve their niche, to make their own impression on an art form that was really still developing, you know, during that time.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, people, you know, everybody wants to sound the same. They want to have the same name. They want to dress the same. They want to look the same. It's like there's no sense of self. You know, like what about, okay, how can I sit dreadlocks like Mr. Cheeks, wearing Louis Vuitton like Kanye or doing whatever, and then people ask me, well, what makes you different from other rappers? And I sit up here and what am I going to say?
Yes.
Like, it's like you can't.
Your swag.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they can say. Fuck
There's
that
more
swag.
there's more followers
Swag.
than leaders. See, as quote-unquote older MCs, we don't look down on them. We don't
Not
look
at
down
all.
on nobody
Shout out to
for
A$AP
trying
Rocky.
to create art. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no antagonism or anything. My problem is, when are you going to break off from what everybody else is doing and carve your own lane? Like do something original, create.
But do you think that's the recipe for your success? Being, obviously being that, doing your own thing, staying true to that all the way through. And is that something you're going to keep doing? You want to stay that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? That's hard, man, because when you a group from the 90s and we have that sound, you know, our Boys of the Underground sound, but it's 2012 now.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people, they'll say, all right, if we change up and try to do like Kanye West or 2 Chainz or whatever, then they sold out. What are they trying to do something like the young kids? They not, you know.
But what I say,
But then if we stay the same and do our what we do, they didn't change. They still doing the old stuff.
But you know
So
what?
it's like a
It's a fine line that
it's
we have to walk as
line
artists.
you have to play with. Yeah, as an artist.
How much influence does Mal have on that sound, like your production originally? Do you know what I mean?
Marley wants everything to sound like what worked before. I mean, don't get me wrong. A newer version of what worked before.
Yeah.
That's Marley's recipe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think we all got it. Hip hop has always been a culture that you expressed it how you lived it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you was an MC, you rapped about what you saw, what your boys did, what you did, what was going on in your neighborhood, what you actually saw. You dressed the way, you know, hip hop dressed in your neighborhood, in that area. You talk that way, you know. So we have lived different lives. Like if you listen to any of my verses from then to now, you can basically tell where I was at mentally or physically within my life at that time. Because I always talk about what's going on with me some kind of way in the current time. And I think as long as you stick to living hip hop that way, doing hip hop that way, then that means you're actually living it. You know what I mean? So you'll never stop being hip hop because you are actually living it every day. So yeah, some things are gonna sound different.
Yeah.
Some beats might be
But
faster.
it's not waiting for everyone else to catch up. You're doing it still. You're
still
doing it.
doing
You're staying on the same course. Yeah, that's it.
Prime example.
Art.
It's like this.
Nas is a prime example of that.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He hasn't
That-
changed.
Yeah,
man.
that's it. Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people didn't like his stuff sometimes. Some people loved his stuff sometimes. But he stayed the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You
is
know
that
what I mean?
is that where you like you were saying that's where you
Yes.
They have to be, man.
Which I think for us as listeners and fans is what is the best answer you could get. Do you know what I mean? That's the conclusion. I know readers are not. I think that's what they want. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't ask for a better. Boring, you guys.
Big up to all the graffiti artists, b-boys, b-girls, DJs,
All my graffiti
MCs,
artists out
Can you
there.
do a quick shout out for www.diggingthetapes.co.uk?
Taking the tapes.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
taking the tapes.
Shout out to all my
Digging the
graffiti
Tapes.
artists out there, though,
Yes.
man.
You get
Get
played
them
back to
LI
back.
Dex skateboards out
Same
there,
thing,
man.
yeah. Nice one, thank you. Nice one, thank you.
BLIDex.com.
Nice one, thank you. And, yeah.